Hello, this is PamelaTopjian, and today we're going to talk about helping ways to help you find your own spiritual truth, what's right and true for you on your spiritual path. Um, I'm the voice behind the guided visualizations on this channel, and I just have one thing I want to say about that before we get into this conversation. So there are ads that pop up in the middle from YouTube. And I'm trying to put out some different content on the channel that'll be helpful for everyone because I don't have any control over those ads right now. And I've reached out to YouTube, and the only response I get is that, you have to, they try to put them and the ends, and they try to put them in what seems like a natural break in the video. With guided visualizations, that could be at a time that you're most deep and there's a pause, and so then it can be really disruptive. So trying to put out some other content on here that the ads won't be as disruptive. So so yeah, I don't have any control over that until I have many more subscribers. And then I'll be able to control whether ads are on my videos or not. Also, you as the listener and the watcher and the subscriber on YouTube, you can have any ads. You can be in control of any ads on any of the videos that you watch by having a premium subscription or a premium account to YouTube. So just wanted to mention that because I know people have been commenting that there are ads, and unfortunately, the more views that they get, there's more likely to be ads, and then less likely people are to subscribe to the channel, and then a lot longer time before I can get any control over that. So anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up. So thank you for being here. And yeah, we're talking about different ways to help you along your spiritual path. There are so many people that feel lost or confused or unsure about their own beliefs, what they feel is right and true for them. And so that's what I want to talk about. You're definitely not alone. Um, you know, you need to find what's right and true for you within your own heart and soul. It can be so different from what you grew up with, what you just sort of took for granted that was deep-seated within you throughout your childhood. Sometimes we have parents that have different beliefs from each other, or one is an atheist and doesn't have any kind of belief system at all, and another one is very religious. And either they will um, give a little bit of each, belief system to the children, or they will not do anything and say, we'll have our children can explore on their own when they're ready to do so. Or many other reasons, right? There's many other possible reasons that you could feel lost or confused on what you actually believe in for yourself. So, some ways that you can figure this out for yourself, and it's a journey. It's a whole journey that you have to go on. It's a whole process. Um, it may take a while, and that's okay. So, knowing is a different thing than believing. And asking yourself, either in a journal prompt, writing things down, or even, as an intention as you go into meditation, asking yourself, what do I believe? And what do I know to be true? What feels right within me? What makes sense to my heart and my soul? And then, how do you know what you know? And why do you believe what you believe? So it's just questions to ask yourself. And a good way, like I said, is in journal prompts. You can write it down and just start writing, like almost automatic writing, and see what comes up for you. Or set the intention in a meditation for yourself to find those answers, asking yourself, what do I know to be true? What feels right and true for me? What do I actually believe? And then why? Where did these beliefs come from? Um, and what makes me know that I know the things that I feel like I know? So those are some good things to ask yourself. It's a very personal journey. And, somebody had said that, your spirituality is a tapestry, with many threads. And those threads are your own personal spirituality. Uh, and, no two tapestries are alike, even within the same colors or designs, they're different, from others. It's a very personal thing. So, what kinds of things do you do in your daily life that you consider or feel like are part of your spiritual practice? Do you attend any kind of temples or churches? Do you attend any kind of religious or spiritual events? Or when you walk in nature, do you feel connected to the trees or the clouds? Or do you stargaze and feel a connection there? So just explore those things deep within you. And again, journaling or, during meditation is a good time to also explore more deeply with some of those things. So one thing that I think is really important on your spiritual path is to get your traumas worked out before or even during, the time that you embark on this spiritual path or this journey, or while you're searching for your own spiritual truth. The healing, the deep healing is very important. It's possible to heal through your spiritual practice. It's a good tool. It's complementary to therapy or counseling or whatever kind of modalities or therapies that you might use to help in your healing. It's, a spiritual practice, having a good spiritual practice can be complementary and work well together with your healing practice. I think that if you don't get your traumas worked out, if you don't go on a healing journey as well, you miss the fullness or the gravity of your spiritual practice or your spirituality. If you try to use that as therapy, I think you totally miss a big part of your spirituality that way. Healing deep within is cleansing and clearing your soul, your inner emotions, your inner child. And for some, it might be even ancestral healing or what we call, there's a lot of hypnotherapy that's past life regression. Um, there's also, just releasing stagnant or toxic energy or emotions. And um, so all of that stuff can happen at the same time, but I think that, you have to get that stuff worked out. If you're on a spiritual path or a spiritual journey, you need to also be on a healing path or a healing journey as well. Um, so like I said, Reiki, hypnotherapy, of course, there's all different kinds of energy workers and, integrative and healing arts and holistic practitioners out there. And, whatever you have used that you found has helped you in your healing or helped you in your spiritual journey, if you've used something that you really want to, help promote and say that this worked really well for you, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I would love to hear all about it. And speaking of that, on my channel, I've started a new feature called Holistic Connections, and it's just conversations with holistic practitioners. And they're telling about what they do and how they do it and giving you information. So if you're a holistic practitioner, I would love to have you on to have a conversation. It's a Zoom call. And I think I've done a couple interviews, and I think there's only one of them that's up on the channel right now. So you can, take a look there and see if it's something that you're interested in. But yeah. So let me know in the comments what types of energy work or healing modalities or methods that you have used. So like I said, these things can be deeply seated and with deep roots, that were instilled from long ago. And you might not, have any idea, how these beliefs formed in your mind or how you started even, thinking that way or believing something. So I think it's really great to sort of explore within yourself and until you feel like you are, um, whole, feel like you're whole within yourself, mind, body, soul, all connected. Excuse me. So I was talking a lot. I was on another Zoom call before this. So, so I just decided to do this while I was all set up. So my voice is starting to go a little bit. Um, but I think it's great to explore, all kinds of religions and all kinds of spiritual beliefs and practices, going to different churches or temples, asking your friends and family if you can visit with them. I'm sure they'd be very happy to invite you and bring you along. Um, but it is a personal journey, and usually people, if you're asking friends, family, asking other people about what they believe and, you know, and letting them know that you're kind of exploring that for yourself, they'll most likely kind of try to recruit you in. And it's not necessarily for like a sales tactic or not necessarily to, to, just influence you as much as it is just it's something that usually people feel strongly about, feel passionately about, and they want others to feel the same way they do. So don't take it, negatively if people are trying to have you join in to their, spiritual practice or a belief system. If you're asking them, they're going to tell you and they're going to want you probably to join with them. And and that's okay. It just means that that's something that's important to them and they want to share it with you. So there's also, many books and things that you can read as well that help. So I have a couple that I took off of my bookshelf. And while I do recommend these, there's many, many more. And you want to, again, go with what feels right and true for you within your soul and within your heart. And um, if something doesn't resonate with you and it doesn't feel quite right, doesn't sit well within you, just pass it up and go on to something else. But this one is from Sonia Charquette. 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 But I love her. She's got so many books. But this is a good one, Asking Your Guides. And this will help you with your intuition, your own inner guidance, your own inner compass, to sort of look within yourself. And I think that the camera is a mirror effect. It might be backwards, but it's Ask Your Guides by Sonia Charquette. And you can use whatever names feel right and true for you, whether it's asking your guides, whether it's your intuition, whether it's angels, higher power, higher self, God, goddess, any of these types of things, source, you know, uh, whatever feels right for you is what it is. And, some people believe it's completely different. Your guides and the angels are two different things. Some people don't believe in any of that, and that's totally fine. And but it has to just feel right for you and sit right with you. And so this is another one, the Kabbalion, and this is a little more on the Hermetic side. Um, and it's the study of Hermetic philosophy of ancient Egypt and Greece, the three initiates. And this is this book itself, this is a reprint, obviously. It's not an ancient one, but it's from ancient writings. And it might be a little out there for some, and that's okay. It's good to explore. It's good to get all the information you can, and again, see what sits right with you, you know. And then this one is the religions book, and it has, oh my gosh, it's got so much information in here, and just a little bit of everything. Religions you didn't know existed, how things started, timelines, what the beliefs are, what the major practices are. So that's a really good one. And then there is the Complete Encyclopedia of Angels, a guide to 200 celestial beings to help, heal, and assist you in everyday life by Susan Gregg. You can see I've got my little sticky bookmarks in there. But this one will give you a good guide as to the different saints and angels and guides and everything. Different spiritual teachers and guides and saints and angels and all of that. So those are a few books that I recommend. And like I said, there's so many others. And just because I recommend these doesn't mean you have to read them. So just a few things to help you on your spiritual path and your spiritual journey. Just to summarize, explore within yourself, write in a journal or before meditation, ask yourself what you believe and what you know to be true, and explore if they differ. And then how and why. How did you come to believe this, and why do you believe it? Why do you know this thing to be true? Can you explain it within yourself even? Sometimes writing things down is a totally different experience than just talking to somebody or talking about something. Even just typing it out too, if you're not good with writing, or you can't, you're writing, you can't read your own writing. I can totally relate to that. So, and then, set the intention before meditation or even in prayer, visiting different, religious places, spiritual places, being aware of whether you're out in nature or, being aware of what gives you a deeper feeling of connection, a deeper feeling of spirituality, and, in whatever you do in your daily life. And then, of course, books. There's always books, and there's lots of YouTube videos and stuff on finding your spiritual path. The problem, some of those you have to be careful, and the same with books, and the same with anything. You always have to be a little bit careful as to who is the one that is teaching and who is the one that is, putting this out. Are they, living their truth? Are they trying to promote or sell anything? So just be aware of those kinds of things. And always, always go with your own inner compass, go with your own inner guidance. Does this feel right and true within my heart and soul? Take what works for you and disregard the rest. And I think that's pretty good right there. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I've given you something to work with to help you, on your spiritual path and on your spiritual journey. And let me know in the comments below what kinds of things have helped you. And if this has given you any, any insights or any clarity. So thank you so much. Bye.